Hey everyone, Bitcoin is booming, so we have to talk about it, and I'm going to give you guys my ideas of where we might be pivoting back down, okay? Now, before we get started, shout out to our sponsor, BingX. If you guys sign up with my link down below, you guys get $100 of free trading credit, which means you guys can use that on whatever type of trades you guys want for free. It's not credit for fees, it's actually just trading credit, so you get $100 to trade with. All right, let's go after it, guys. Now, a few days ago, we were talking about this breakout and how that's what we were looking for. It took a few days, but we finally broke out, and you guys can see that we've been chugging along and we've actually had a pretty decent breakout so far. Now, the breakout's been about, 3.5%. Altcoins have been moving up a lot more than that. That was the strategy there. However, we're starting to get to a point where we're gonna start facing some resistance. Probably a little bit up here around the 17,750 level. What I've been adding onto my charts is I've been taking off this breakout because we don't really need it anymore. And I've just been adding your typical Fibonacci extension tool, going back over here to November, the highest lows over here. And then what I've been doing is going over to the 4-hour chart. Let me take off the divergences here for you very fast. And then you can see how we've been stopping at some of these levels right here. We just managed to break out, or we should be breaking out if we can finish this off in the next 28 minutes, above this resistance level of 17,376. I scaled out some earlier. This was yesterday right here. And now that next level of resistance, in my opinion, is going to be up here around 17,726. If we manage to keep on going from there, we might be able to get to 18,000. That's going to be the real high point here because you can see that level of resistance here. I don't know if we break out above that, but there is an opportunity here. You guys just have to be aware that the NASDAQ and SPY are going to be hitting major levels of resistance as well. Maybe we can break out of those and go sideways. That'd be enough for Bitcoin to try to get it back up to 19,000, but that's a huge if, especially since we have massive earnings coming out over the next few weeks. Massive earnings events, okay? We don't want to hit what's called an earnings recession. That would really trigger a major downward move in a lot of these asset classes. So, what I'd recommend you guys do, just in case we do come back down, probably not this week, but probably going into next week, I would open up your weekly chart and just put your basic support level here. As long as we don't break down below this, we should be fine. You can see around the 18,350 level, we have that 20-week moving average. I don't know if we're going to break out above that. Every time we do, it just seems to be a very, very bad scenario follows it. So I'm patiently waiting. I'm hoping that maybe we've fallen down so much we can actually just go a few months going sideways here. Especially if you think about it, the only reason we found new lows last year is because of the FTX saga, not really because of price action. We might actually be able to make our way back up here to 21,000 or so if the market can just go sideways, because everybody's looking for an excuse to call Bitcoin the bottom. We saw this before. Of course, Bitcoin should go further down in 2023, but if you guys are looking for a long-term swing trade, you might have an opportunity here. But please, oh please, watch out for this move right here. This is where things are going to get a little bit tricky here, especially as we come into contact with the 20-week moving average. Now, we're ripping. Everything's fine. We're currently facing this resistance level up here from a few weeks ago, matching up with some of those Fibonacci levels we just talked about. I think we do have enough juice here to probably get back up to the mid 17,000s at least in the next 24 hours. As far as altcoins are concerned, be careful with them. Dogecoin seems to be making some moves, but you're going to see a lot of these coins at just different levels of resistance here. Some of these are going to pop, some of them are not going to pop. I would trade each coin individually and just making sure that Bitcoin is still in that bullish zone. We talked about ADA being oversold and it needs to have a pop. Look at that pop that we had. We talked about Ethereum Classic looking for a good pop here because it always pops because it's on Robinhood Webull. That had a good pop. Look for those type of plays. Even Matic has been popping. Some things haven't popped off yet. Those may be good opportunities for you, but a lot of other stuff has had those clean breakouts. So, SHIB right there, it only really started to break out over the last 3 days. Look for those big plays here. Those breakouts are what you're going to be looking for at this moment in time. There still are a few things that haven't blown up as much as they can. KDA is one of them. Sushi Coin, it's made some moves. It's about to break out above the 50-day moving average. That might be something here. Sand, So look for those plays like EOS hasn't really gone up to the full potential. It might go up all the way to $1. Those type of plays are what I'm looking at primarily right now, or those plays that have come down so much. Like Lumen, this thing could really have a big jolt if it could just get back above that 50-day moving average there, okay? We talked about Gala. Gala had that clean breakout. If you wanted to buy that, what a trip that had. I didn't think that was going to go that high. But of course, small market cap tokens. Spell token, this thing could really rip here. This is a very small market cap coin. It's on a lot of exchanges, but again, it's one of those coins that's been falling down quite a bit. Usually these coins will have great rips if we can just go stagnant or sideways as far as the traditional markets. Here's the NASDAQ coming back up a little bit, facing levels of resistance here. I don't know if we get back up here to that larger resistance level. If I go over here to the weekly chart, I don't know if we go all the way back up there. Same with the SPY. However, if we can just get back up there, that's enough room for Bitcoin and a lot of these altcoins to continue to rip up even higher. Thanks, everybody, and have a great rest of your day. And don't forget to check out BingX. Thanks.